Hey, what's up, boys and girls? What's up, freedom lovers? This is Marcel here from beautiful ZanziBar, and today with a follow-up video from last week's Sunday's video about the jab campaign in my workplace, which I was talking about last week. It's my off day today, it's Sunday again, and I'm here at the beautiful Melia Hotel or Melia Hotel. I'm not pretty sure how you pronounce that. And it is about a half an hour walk away from my compound where I'm staying at. And it's very interesting. I left like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then the only way to get here is by walking. You have to walk through, or you will walk through like no man's land. Everything is quiet, no cars, no motorbikes. Everybody is still sleeping or at home, probably preparing some breakfast. Here and there you have a car passing by, and you pass by really abandoned properties, abandoned hotels, and yeah, it's strange, but also it has its own charm, because this is what I like. You know, I like abandoned places. I love solitude a lot, and ZanziBar is the best place if you're looking for solitude to find it here. Yeah, ZanziBar is not Bali, not yet. I've heard they have big plans to develop this place. And I'm pretty sure if they really want and invest a lot of money, then they will develop it to a beautiful tourist destination. I mean, it is a beautiful tourist destination anyway already, but depending on what you like, if you like tons of people, clubs, discos, bars and shit like that, then you better don't come here. And if you despise all these things, bars, clubs and discos and I don't know what, then you have to come to ZanziBar. So I always compare this place to Bali 40 years ago. Some of you guys, if you're already older, can help me out with this here, because I haven't been to Bali 40 years ago, because I was only 4 years old. So you can do the math now. But I can imagine how Bali must have looked like 40 years ago or 50 years ago. Yeah, very underdeveloped but beautiful, because here you have wild beaches, and that's basically it. You have a few resort hotels. Actually, as a matter of fact, you have a lot of resort hotels here, and I didn't know about that. And some of them are abandoned, literally. They look like ghost resorts, you know. There's nobody there, but here at the Melia Resort, there are tourists here. There is some traffic, you know, and it's expensive, you know. You pay here like, I looked it up recently on Booking.com, like around $350 per night. This is expensive, you know. And I know why people are willing to pay that kind of money, because, you know, when you look at the beauty of this place, you know why you pay that much money, because this is what the people want. This is why they come here. They don't want Halligalli. This is what we say in Germany. You know, Halligalli means like bars, hookers, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. They want exactly the opposite. Yeah, and you can find that here on ZanziBar. The next thing I want to point out, I realized that when I had my breakfast buffet this morning. As some of you know who are following me already for a long time and watching my videos, I'm a chef, and I really love to visit breakfast buffets. You know, wherever I travel to, whatever country I travel, I check out different hotels and I'm checking out their breakfast buffets. This is kind of my passion, not because of my job, because yeah, as a chef, naturally, by nature, you should be interested in food, you know. But this is just what I like to do. You know, I'm an early bird. I wake up early, so when I come 6:30 here and enjoy my breakfast, then nobody is there. I can shoot the buffet. It looks untouched and beautiful, you know. And so I also can show to my team members later, you know, and show them what they are doing, what the competition is doing. So, but I really enjoy it, and I can sit easily for 3 to 4 hours, you know, just by myself and enjoying the breakfast, you know, enjoy the view and wherever the hotel is, you know. And what I noticed actually just later on, while I was sitting already like 2 hours, I have been sitting already for 2 hours. I said, hey Marcel, you know, did you realize something? Here everything is normal. Nobody wears a fucking mask. Nobody requires you to provide a PCR test or a certificate that you have been shot or jabbed. Nothing. It's completely normal. It is like in 2019. It's a travel back in time. But this is my experience. When I came here the first time 6 months ago, you forget about it pretty quickly. You know, there is no corona here. There are no restrictions here, and you forget about it pretty quickly. This is amazing, and this is actually this is what I noticed with me. You know, and this is how it's supposed to be, because this is the normal state. This is how it's supposed to be, right? Human beings can freely walk around, they can breathe freely, they can do whatever they want. They don't need to ask for permission or have to prove any certificates or whatever. It is just like it's supposed to be. You are a free human being and you are free to do whatever you want, unless you do not do harm to anybody else. And you get used to it so quickly, like I did, you know. It's just beautiful. And so I remembered that, you know. Hey, look around. Everything is normal here. Nobody wears a mask. It's amazing, you know. It's you get used to it pretty quickly, but it's okay, you know. And I really enjoy it, because this is just how it's supposed to be, man. Like a very famous YouTuber always is saying, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And that's what I'm doing here in ZanziBar. You know, here is the Indian Ocean to my right, and there is also a restaurant down there. It's like a bridge built into the water. You know, it's low tide now. We have high tide and low tide here every 6 hours. So yeah, so to get back to the topic, yeah, that was the good news. Now the not so good news. And actually I don't want to talk about it, but because I don't want to involve this topic into my videos, but you know, it is part of our life somehow, and I think some of you might be interested what is going on here, because maybe some of you are also planning to travel here to escape this whole scamdemic. And I mean, if you come for a tourist. As a tourist, I'm here for work. I work here, you know, at a German company, by the way. It's one of the largest tourist companies. They own hotels. I will not mention the name, of course, but they own hotels everywhere in the world, like about 100 hotels. They own airlines, they own travel agencies. So it's one of the biggest travel companies in the world, indeed, owned by a Russian oligarch, as I was told. Interesting, right? Isn't it? Anyway, last week or this week, I think on Wednesday it was, we had this jab campaign. Some of the viewers also asked me, hey Marcel, what do you mean with no jab, no job? So I had to explain this, you know, for some of you who are proficient in English, jabbing means shooting somebody here, right? So anyway, so yeah, they came here, they jabbed up some people, some of our staff, and nobody was looking for me, nobody was asking me why I have not shown up, or no question at all. But our general manager made it very clear again, one day prior to the jab day, that basically what he said was, dear colleagues, you have two options. Option number one is the virus, and option number two is the vaccination. Yeah. I just listened to what he had to say, and I just thinking, what a bunch of nonsense, of course, you know. I mean, if this is my option, the way he sold this thing to our stuff is, of course, according to the propaganda. He is just a victim as well. He is just repeating the same propaganda. And by the way, this guy is also jabbed already, Johnson & Johnson. And he kiddingly also said, you know, I'm already jabbed and I didn't grow a third leg or a third arm. Ha 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 ha. How stupid, you know. This guy has no clue, seriously. He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. He's very supportive. But in that matter, I'm sorry, he is a bloody moron. And if you as a general manager, without any competence and responsibility, are talking about this topic like he did, then I'm sorry, I have no tolerance for this. He also invited these people from the clinic, and prior to the jabbing, they did an orientation, like for 2 hours. They were talking to the staff and trying to explain to them how important this mRNA stuff is and shit like that, you know. And our general manager was proud of this, you know. Yeah, you will get some education here and they will tell you how important this whole thing is, you know. I don't need to tell you. We know about the propaganda and how it's being sold, right? It's being sold as something good. By the way, my general manager told me, or told us, we had two options. It's between the virus or the vaccination. I chose option number 3, and I chose health. Because I will not allow anybody to inject a deadly poison into my body, which basically destroys your immune system. This is what is going on. The other day, just 4 days ago, I talked to a good friend of mine in Germany, and he told me that his grandmother passed away just recently, after she got jabbed the second time. So she didn't pass away immediately, but he told me that after she got jabbed the second time, her condition declined rapidly and consistently for about 3 weeks, until she then eventually passed away. So you can draw your own conclusions, and this story I'm telling you now is not, as you know also who are following this, is not a rare occasion. It is happening dramatically often, and of course this information is being censored. It is not putting out. Nobody talks about it, especially not the mainstream media, because it doesn't fit the narrative. The narrative is very simple, as you know. The mRNA stuff is the best thing since sliced bread, of course, and we all should get it. And there's some collateral damage maybe. And another thing my general manager told us, about the side effects, you know, because some of our stuff actually had developed side effects. I can confirm this, you know. They complained about pain in the arm and pain in the leg and things like that. And then some of our senior stuff already got jabbed a few weeks or months ago, and they also were like almost fainting, some of them. And the wife of my general manager also were sick for 2 days, and the general manager was sick. And you know what he said? He said something like, you know, these side effects, you know, they're normal. They're just normal. I mean, how stupid can you be? It's not normal. You cannot just say it's fucking normal. It's not normal. I mean, I was vaccinated as a kid a few times regarding, you know, certain so-called diseases, but I never had any side effects. I remember this very clearly. Anyway, I just want to share this with you. what's going on here in Zanzibar, you know, the place I thought is one of the last refugee places or escape locations, you know. But I told you that already, I mentioned this already in the previous video. So that's the situation. So it's really absolutely ridiculous, and some of our stuff actually still refuses to get jabbed, which I really like. I also learned that the local folks here in Africa and Zanzibar, they don't like medicine anyway so much. Yeah, this is very interesting for me to learn, and it makes sense. It does make a lot of sense, because these countries here, they are not developed like Western countries are. You know, in Western countries, let me check the time quickly. Still have some minutes left. You know, Western medicine is very popular in Western countries, and this is not a Western country. So here they probably use a lot of traditional sorts of healing methods, you know, which is absolutely fine. That's why these people are by nature or instinctively hesitant towards Western medicine, which is actually just Western poison, produced not even by big pharma. They are just drug lords. They are drug dealers, earning a bunch of money and giving a shit about your health, especially now with this mRNA poison. So I was innerly smiling when I hear this news that many people actually also are hesitant and refusing to get jabbed because they don't like medicine. And they're right, you know, this is the human instinct. These people here, they are smarter, they are way smarter, the local people here. So I really admire these people here. Stay as you are, please. Don't believe anything which is coming from the Western world. You know, the Western, what did the Western countries do anyway here in Africa? They just robbed this place, they raped this place, they stolen everything. Africa is exporting wealth and is importing poverty. That's what has been going on for hundreds of years. And now the third or the fourth or even fifth, I don't know how many waves they have experienced already, how many negative waves of Western civilization influence already. Now they have to take this jab campaign, you know, so congratulations. Don't trust Western medicine so much. Yeah. And another interesting thing I want to share with you is that our general manager had a call with a local authority here. Yeah? I think probably with the labor department or something, or somebody from the labor department or some official ministry or what, and he shared the story with us that of course he wanted to be on the safe side and called these guys up and asked them, hey, how is that? I'm the boss of this company here, a foreign company in Tanzania, in Zanzibar. How is it actually working if I want to jab up all my people, all my stuff? Is that against Tanzania law? And the labor guy or the official, the Zanzibar official or the Tanzanian official said, no, that's not illegal. When you are a company, a foreign company here, you can basically do whatever you want with your employees. You can jab them up or what. There is no law here to protect the people. And this is something, of course, now he will use, our general manager, as an excuse and justification to, and he mentioned that already, not directly, but almost directly. He said, you know, now he feels he has the right to refuse to employ anyone who is not jabbed, you know? That's crazy. So you basically, he would blackmail the people. And I don't know whether some of you have traveled to Africa, to sub-Saharan Africa already or not, but when you come here, of course, there's a beautiful scenery and nature and everything is paradise, but you also see the other side of town. And the grass is not always greener on the other side, because the other side is the opposite. It's of course a lot of poverty here. It's a third world country. It's probably in a fourth world country, you know. What you've seen on TV, you have to come and see with your own eyes. And to blackmail these people back into poverty, just because they don't want to get the jab. So this is criminal in my opinion. So basically he now has a green light to do whatever he wants to do with the employees. And that also shows me, or shows us how weak the government here is. The government for me has actually three functions, protection of life, protection of your liberty, and protection of your property. And neither is the case. So the government here apparently is not able or don't want to protect the life of its citizens. Otherwise there would be a law. I mean, how come a foreign company can just do whatever they want with their local folks? That's crazy, in my opinion. And we don't even need to talk about protecting your liberty, right? I mean, any government is actually taking away your liberty as we speak, right? On protection of property, ha ha ha, great joke. They're taking away everything, in forms of taxes, for example, and stuff like that. So this is the situation, and his plan is still to jab everybody. Let's see what's coming out. Let's wait and see. I did not mention the other day that I went through this experience already. Earlier this year in March, I took up a new job in Egypt, also a resort hotel in Hurghada, and they also suddenly announced that they want to jab all these employees, and I basically went to my general manager. It was a German guy, and I said, listen to me. I want to make one thing really straight here. I want to make it very clear. And please write a pen and take a paper and write it down. I will not get vaccinated. Did you understand that? Yes, I do understand, Marcel. Okay, great. So the second thing I want to tell you is, speaking to my former GM, I told him, and if that means that I will lose my job because of this, because of my refusal to get vaccinated, it's not a vaccine, then so be it. So if I lose my job, then so be it. I have no problem with that. You know what happened? A few days later, I got fired from my job. Of course, one can only speculate what the reason was. Of course, they never gave me the true reason. They just made something up. But maybe it was a different reason. Maybe it was that thing, my refusal to get the jab. I don't know. But I went through this experience already. I remember it clearly. We were sitting in the morning briefing, and all the department heads around the table. And then at the end of our meeting, the human resources manager said that now he will organize a bus, and then within the next 2 days, every employee needs to go and get the jab. And people who are refusing to get the jab will not allowed to enter the hotel anymore. Basically, that meant they would lose their jobs. This is what they said already in March. And when I had to listen to this bullshit, I got really upset, angry, and my heart rate went up to like 220 or something, BPM. And then immediately after, I saw my GM and told him very clearly, listen, whatever happens, I will not get the jab. And if that results in losing my job, so be it, so what? I don't care. My health is more important than anything else. My body, my choice. So, to wrap up this topic, of course I let you know further developments. If you watch a video of me with a different background, maybe with mountains in the background, and then I'm not in ZanziBar anymore. But for the time being, I'm still here. I'm enjoying my time. I'm very grateful to be here. I consider myself very blessed to be here, because come on, how can anybody not feel blessed to be here in such a beautiful surrounding? This is just magical, this beautiful blue sky and the palm trees here, and the light breeze is coming from the ocean side, and you have no people here. You have a few people here, but it's not crowded. It is really a great place to calm your mind down, find peace. And yeah, it's a very clean air also. There's a lot of nature here, a lot of birds singing, and it's just a perfect place to get healthy, not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally, and especially spiritually. So I can just tell everybody to come here if you want. You know, I just read the other day there are like, I don't know, 45 cities or something like that flying directly to ZanziBar. Yeah, when you come here as a tourist, there is really a lot of freedom still available here. Of course, upon entering the country, you have to provide this test, but that's basically it, okay? And everything else is pretty easy and relaxed. So here you have total freedom. You can do whatever you want. You can go to any restaurant. You can stay in any hotel. No quarantine bullshit, no this or that. Forget about it. Leave that all behind. If you want to live your life like in 2019, you come to ZanziBar, one of the probably very few oases left in this world, and who knows for how long. That's why I am grateful for every single day. I know my life is probably not only my life, but for many of you, it's more feeling like being on a run, right? Also, there's another viewer who commented on my video from last week who also said, you know, he is happy to not needing to get jabbed because he is a nomad, so he is traveling around all the time. Yeah, true. I'm also considering myself a nomad, but not a digital nomad, but an analog nomad. You know, digital was yesterday. Analog is today. We have to go back to be analog, you know, it's too much digitalization going on anyway. So, and this viewer also mentioned this, made this comment. But still, you know, it's like, of course it's uncomfortable because if you need to run all the time, what to do? But if this is my new life, then so be it. But, you know, for me, it's more important to stay clean, to stay healthy, and to make my own choices. And I'm a very freedom-loving guy, and freedom is my highest value, together with health. It's like a twin. Actually, you can just have one top value. I mean, I know what my values are, but my top value is freedom. And then after that, my second highest value is health. And these two things, they are brothers and sisters, you know, very important to me. So with that being said, yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked this update. And I will be back next week. Let's see what I'm gonna do next week. I have no plans. I'm gonna show you around the beach maybe. I show you around the local area here. Who knows? If you wanna stick around, then you stick around. And yeah, I'm wishing you a happy Sunday, blessed Sunday. I'm gonna upload this video only by tomorrow. So when you watch this video, it's already your Sunday is already gone. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the resort here and gonna walk around. It has a beautiful park, beautiful area here, very well maintained, and it's really a paradise. And you should come here. You should do your holidays here, Melia. I never stay here, but I mean, I never slept here, but I highly can recommend it. This is a beautiful place, an awesome location. I don't know whether you can see the Indian Ocean behind me. I don't know, but that's just great. This is also one thing. There are no boats, no ships here. You don't see nothing. It looks like 50,000 years ago, you know, like this is what it also always had. This is what it always looked like, you know, before humans even came to this island. This is just amazing that these places still exists on this planet among all the madness and craziness. This is unbelievable, but it's true. I'm here. And I knew why I wanted to come here, because I knew I can find this here. And and I found it. And besides of this Little disturbance now at work here, but I also will manage this. I will sort it out either way, but definitely for my benefit, you know, and I'm very determined to do that. So with that being said, I'm checking out for today. Thanks for watching this video. Yeah, take care and then see you soon. Bye bye.